Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in on this live stream with Save Me From. Today, we have a very exciting stream for you as we most recently were featured on the American Music Awards red carpet with the one and only Cara Delevingne. She is such a gorgeous model, and we were honored that her hairstylist selected Save Me From as her foundation for really having that healthy red carpet hair. She started off with an overnight treatment of the strengthening formulation, which is chemical conflict. This is reducing your split ends by 97% in just 3 uses. So she uses an overnight treatment on Cara for really priming her hair, for really being strong, and also really being able to tolerate some of that heat styling that was going to be going down the next day. So in addition to, like I just said, heat styling can take a number on the hair, and so it's incredibly important that you're using some type of barrier to protect your hair. That's really going to help replenish the moisture into the hair, especially when you're using these heat styling tools in hot temperatures. This can really wreak havoc on the scalp and also on the strands of hair. So excited to share with you how to recreate the look. So today I'm going to feature those 2 products. In my hair, I'm going to target the kind of the roots, because I have some breakage myself, with the chemical conflict, and then thermal obsession to really be that priming, heat protectant, and also frizz reducer. So for those of you who are tuning in, comment below where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear. So first step is really getting your hair damp. And when I say damp, it doesn't need to be wet by any means, but it needs to be damp enough where the hair cuticle is opening and really is able to allow max penetration of these formulations that are really concentrated and super thick, that really help to just repair the layer inside and out of the hair strand. So you're also really getting, hi April, thank you for joining. And if you guys are joining in, comment below where you're joining in from. I'd love to hear a little bit more about you. And so these ingredients are so rich, they're so unique and really unparalleled in hair care products. And so I'm really excited to share with you just some of the different formulations that are a celebrity stylist favorite. Johnny Lavoie, who is also known as the hairstylist for Miranda Lambert and some of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Think of Lady Gaga, Gloria Estefan as well. And he's also been the lead celebrity stylist on several seasons of Project Runway, and he adores Save Me From. Thermal Obsession, the age acceleration really helps like with the volume, and he used that on Miranda Lambert's red carpet hair at the Country Music Awards. It was like her most nominated event in history, and she's actually like the most nominated artist just in country music history, just in general, which was such an honor to be a part of her historic debut at the CMAs this year. And so today we did do a recreation of that look a couple of weeks back, and Johnny Lavoie actually joined in live on that stream, which we were so honored to have him join in, and some of you were actually able to talk with him in real time, which is so cool. So really, if you haven't ever seen any of his work, definitely look up Johnny Lavoie. He's so talented. He actually has like his own salon in Connecticut. So if you're living close, then definitely go pay his salon a visit, because he is such an incredible stylist that I'm sure all the stylists there at his salon are the top of the line. So as you can see, I got my hair kind of damp. I'm just going to get this other just here. And as you can tell, I'm really being gentle as I'm combing through, because when our hair is wet, it's actually more prone to breakage. So we need to be trying to reduce any sort of breakage as much as we possibly can when it comes to combing through our hair, or just really treating our hair with a lot of care. In addition to really being careful and tending our hair with care, it's really important to also infuse the proper balance of ingredients, whether that is through proteins or lipids as well. It's really important to boost the hydration of these layers of the hair and scalp to really just help facilitate whole hair health from tip to root. So here I am. I've got my hair all damp. It's looking good. And I'm gonna go ahead now and then prime my hair with the strengthening formulation that reduces your breakage, split ends. Your hair is going to be stronger as a result. So this is one of my favorite formulations. Let me go ahead and give you a quick swatch of this nutrient dense formula. I realize this is kind of an awkward angle for you to see that. But here, this has got such a nice iridescence that it's really going to bring, I'll show you in my hair a little bit better, but it's really going to just bring back your hair into life. And so I actually really like to target this on the scalp, like I had mentioned. Really important step. So make sure your hair is damp when you're applying these treatments, and then just go ahead and, use a blow dryer to really seal it in, but also using the product on wet hands. The formulation is so thick. As you can tell, this is definitely more of like a cream rather than just like some lotion, which a lot of formulas, especially when it comes to hair care products, are formulated with a ton of water. So they dilute the product for you. And we actually made the product super concentrated as really having that added benefit to the hair. And then you are able to use it in its most potent form or choose to dilute it ever so slightly. So here I have got the formula dispersed between both my hands. And as you can tell, this really lathers so incredibly. My apologies about that. Okay, so so here I've got it lathered in between both of my hands. So you only need that small amount. Look at how much that spreads. And if you even want to dilute it even more, just take a little bit of water, and then you're able to dilute it ever so slightly to really make that product spread farther as a result. And for those of you who are tuning in, I'd love to hear where you're tuning in from. So share with us below where you're tuning in from, because we go live every Friday. So for those of you who may be tuning in later, definitely drop a comment below with any questions you have or concerns, and I'll be happy to answer those once I get to them or see them. We do check our YouTube every day. So if you have any questions, you're seeing this video for the first time, hello, I'm Allison from Save Me From, a truly revolutionary hair care product that infuses the rich bioactive nutrients of the fenugreek seed. And if you've never heard of fenugreek, no worries. I hadn't heard of it before, actually, really either, until I came across Save Me From products. And that was the first time that I ever really saw fenugreek being used in a hair care product. And with that, Save Me From is really unique in their extraction process. So you know how we use a lot of plant extracts in our skincare. The same thing goes with hair care benefits. So you're really going to get that deeply replenishing benefit from all the layers of the hair with our Fenigen technology. And what is Fenigen? Well, that's our proprietary extract of the fenugreek that we actually have in an eco extraction that also really emulsifies in organic karanja oil, which is fair trade sourced from fair trade farms. So we're a sustainable beauty company as well, and cruelty free, and so kind of sulfate free. But anyways, so you're also really going to get those rich plant nutrients that are actually 5 times more potent than if you were to use the fenugreek seeds alone in your hair. And that's what a lot of women in India actually have done as like an ancient beauty secret and ritual for really having strong, healthy, nourished hair. And as a result, with continued use, you're really going to see this incredible nutrient benefit of our treatments, because these are skincare for your hair. They have the same rich potency, activity of those bioactive rich plant nutrients. And so this is our thermal obsession, and this has got the most gorgeous reflect. As you can tell, I'll take some of that away, and you can see it has this beautiful golden iridescence. So this is really going to help just increase shine on the outside, but really help to replenish moisture on the inside, inner layers of the hair strand, as well as into the scalp. So here I've lathered this product in both my hands, and I'm using this as a leave-in treatment. So you really only need about 1 pump of product for your whole hair, and then you're going to apply from the ends down, because this is the area of the hair that is really exposed to the most damage. It's the oldest part of our hair. It's really susceptible to the split ends, breakage, dryness. So it's super important that we're really gentle with our hair care regimen, and also just really our styling as well. And we're just mindful of not using excessive heat and really making our hair more damaged as a result. So now that I've got those two products on my hair, I'm going ahead and just combing this product through to evenly distribute the product. And as you can tell, my hair doesn't look like it's coated with anything. It's just super lightweight and just has really nice feeling to it. Super soft, especially when I'm blow drying my hair. I always have really frizzy hair when I blow dry my hair, and what saved me from especially that thermal obsession, that's going to be your heat protectant, but also that frizz reducer, so it's going to help buffer against any frizz. There's multi-hyaluronic acid, so different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid in each formula. Or in that formula, I should say, not in every formula. There's hyaluronic acid in our product overload, which is that clarifying type of treatment for helping you combat any sort of buildup from silicones or oil or sweat on the scalp especially. Can wreak havoc on the hair. It actually clogs the follicles of the hair and just really inhibit the hair growth cycle and the speed at which your hair grows. So really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and just rough dry my hair. About 80% all the way dry. Just then that way I can really try and infuse those ingredients here. Thank you, April. I cannot wait to do Cara's look. Hopefully I'll look as pretty as she did. Just be super gentle when you're combing your hair. It can get caught, so you want to be making sure you're eliminating that breakage, the risk of breakage, by just kind of combing through it with a wide tooth comb, like what I'm doing. And then to help really buffer against frizz, I just go ahead and move the blow dryer downwards. Right. Other side. For those of you who are tuning in, comment below, what is your major hair problem right now that you wish you could banish? I'd love to hear. For myself, I want to banish split ends, and I want to banish breakage. And these products certainly make that possible, which I just was so elated to find these formulated products that are richly formulated with not only science in mind for really hair science and really what's going to help improve your hair, but also just really rich bioactive nutrients formulated every one of those products. I need all of the help I can get when it comes to this hair and what I put it through. I'm just luckily still intact on my hair or head. Okay, so as you can tell here, I've just blow dried my hair, and it was just a rough dry, so it is a little bit kind of going crazy, like a lot of volume in here. But as you can tell, I don't have like a ton of frizz, and normally my hair is so frizzy. It's like really difficult to combat it. I'm just gonna hit this one more time here, so that the ends are completely dry, so we can get started on that Cara Delevingne retro Hollywood look. I cannot get enough. So we already have our heat styling protected in, which is so great, especially when you're applying it on that damp hair and then blow drying it through. You're going to get some extra volume that way, but also really you're getting that extra level of protection for your hair. So all you're going to really need is you're going to need some clips to kind of comb your hair back, in addition to a wide tooth comb. and a curling iron here, and just try to reduce the heat at least like 350. That's what I personally do, to help really combat that damage from the heat. And then just a couple clips like these that are just going to help just hold in that curl into place, so that our hair is just really going to lock in that nice curl and just hold it all night long. Especially for Cara, she had just such beautiful, like smooth, healthy, shiny strands, but it just held up the entire night. And being that her hair is a little bit thicker, you would think that, her hair wouldn't be able to hold that curl for very long, but no. It was very full and so gorgeous. It was hair goals, that's for sure. That look and just in general was so gorgeous. Like Danielle Priano is the celebrity stylist behind that incredible masterpiece, and her work is just so amazing. So certainly follow her. So when it comes to the areas of the hair that are closest to the face, I'm actually going to curl towards the face. And so you're wondering, what is that exactly? And so when I'm saying curl towards the face, this is like away from the face, but curling towards the face is going to look like this, okay? So that's what I'm going to do, is just curl the strand here. I'm going to take pretty large sections on the bottom of the hair. And then I'm just going to start curling my hair as I normally would. You can certainly use whatever you have on hand. 1 second here. Okay. You can certainly use whatever you have on hand. And I'm going to leave out the ends because they're super just vulnerable and susceptible to further damage and breakage. And so I just want to try to inhibit any more of that. So then here, from that curl, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of twist that up and then take one of those nice little clips that I have, and hopefully I'm able to clip that hair okay here. So I clip that up and out of the way. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to curl that piece of hair and strand, I should say, that section of hair towards the face. And what's super important when it comes to these like type of vintage Hollywood waves is that you are going to be curling in the same direction for the whole hair. And so when you're going to be going and curling the hair from the back, you'll be going in the opposite direction. But when it comes to the face, you want to be using the curl to your face and then all in the same direction. Okay, 1 second here. It's not getting pinned up for myself, so hopefully, okay. And sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. You just kind of have to kind of work with it. But it definitely helps, like being that my hair is a little bit thicker, it does hold the curl. But so for those of you who may be having fine hair, it definitely is necessary just to help maintain that body. And really just allows for that curl just to kind of set into place. So I'm going to use a little tighter clip and just kind of bobby pin it in place so that it stays. And then same thing goes for the back. Oh, that was kind of an intense clamp. Just be super gentle with your hair, especially when it comes to like heat styling. We want to be making sure we're minimizing the risk of any sort of further damage. 1 moment. Okay. Perfect. So you can use these clips that I've been using. They are kind of too small, I would say, to clip up, those larger sections of hair. But they definitely help when it comes to just allowing that curl to set into place a little bit tighter. All right. So now I'm going to take another section of hair and divide that in half. And then here, start to work on that section of hair. And of course, moving it through for every single section to be as smooth as it possibly can be. Okay, so here we have this section. I'm going to divide that in half. And like I had mentioned earlier, maybe I'll take that. Just make sure your sections are a little bit even. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to curl that curl towards my face. And the temperature I have this is pretty low. Yeah, it's pretty low where I was able to just touch it and not burn myself. And so a lot of times you can just kind of take this curl and then just kind of set it in place. Ta-da! Okay. And then we're just going to go ahead and curl in that same direction for really that nice uniform, chic, retro, glamorous look that Cara Delevingne had on the red carpet. She certainly had the best hair in my opinion. Okay. And taking that and just making that into like a ringlet that I can just set into. Oops. And the point of this is just to allow for that curl just to kind of cool and set into place with as just much body and volume as possible. I personally am not someone who's adept in clipping my hair like this. So please forgive my kind of nice messy curls. Oops, that I've set into place here. Okay, and then dividing that here into two sections again. And like I had mentioned earlier, we're going to curl in the same direction for the entire hair. I'm just leaving those ends out of the curling rod just so that they're protected. And just going ahead. And my curls are not going to be as incredibly defined, it looks like, because of the lower heat temperature. I will increase it as my hair is just so damaged. I want to try to minimize the risk. It's just damage from the heat styling and the color treating that I've been doing. And Save Me From, has definitely been helping me work to repair it, but it's so much easier to avoid the damage than go back through and try to reverse years and years and years of damage. But Save Me From has done that in just a few short weeks for myself, and I've been so impressed with the results. So what's so unique about Save Me From is not only that fenugreek that I was just mentioning to you a little bit earlier, but there's also these skincare active ingredients that you commonly see in your favorite skincare products, your serums, your moisturizers that are all built into our formulas for every single one that target sources of damage from external factors, whether that is from the sun or pollution or like environment factors like that, or also just lifestyle factors, whether you heat style your hair, chemically treat your hair, also, from just the detrimental effects of just getting older and wiser, we start to maybe see some hair thinning, especially if your hair is fine. Okay, so taking that section of hair, and as you can tell, I'll take in the section and just kind of lift the hair right at the roots. This is really just going to help create some nice body at the roots. All right. And taking my comb or clipping that away. And then continuing on the same curl pattern all across the hair, leaving the ends out. You're really going to see the most damage on the ends of the hair, especially if you're heat styling them. At least I have. So a lot of times the stylist will just kind of get it all into their hand like so, whichever is easiest for you. Let's go ahead and get that in. Oops. Trust me. Because, Okay. if you guys are watching and you're going to recreate this look, definitely tag Save Me From in your post. We'd love to see it and share it. Because this is such a stunning look that's always in style. I mean, it is never goes out of style. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Let me just get that back up. All right. Perfect. So here, all right, I'm just gonna leave those guys out there. Alrighty. And then from there, divide that hair in half. A little bit more. The thinner your sections, like the more heat is really going to kind of cause some damage. So we want to be making sure we're just minimizing that as much as possible. So we're wrapping this towards the face. Yeah. All right. Pretty, pretty. Let that curl kind of set, cool off, and then it'll just help just kind of maintain its nice bounce. All right, so I ran out of some of those clips, so I'm going to go ahead and take a bobby pin. You can just use whatever you have on hand. You don't need anything special for the look. You just want to kind of clip them into place. So then that way, it's that curl is just held a little bit longer. A little bit more bounce as well. So like I had mentioned, we used the strengthening formulation on the roots. This is really just going to help protect my hair from further breakage, as the areas that are already really having that breakage are very susceptible to even further breakage. So from their heat styling and the chemical treating, I know it all adds up, and it's been years and years of detrimental damage for me, not just really protecting my hair with those type of nutrients that are really going to help just revitalize the hair strand. And then also just lack of hydration from a lot of the color treating on the ends, especially. That's where we're really going to see a lot of that dryness and detrimental effects from the styling and the color treating, which is not fun because we're trying to make ourselves look better, and that's kind of the whole point of it. But when our hair is just not healthy, it kind of defeats the purpose. So just keep doing your thing, and Save Me From has got you. That's your health or your hair insurance, your hair health insurance. Okay, so here, oh boy, this one's just kind of coming off. I'll let it kind of hang out. If it wants to do his own thing, then fine. Okay, so gonna go ahead and take the last sections of hair and just start to kind of twist those sections in, leaving the ends out that are very fried. Comment below if your ends of your hair are just so fried and old like mine. I'd love to hear any comments you have on your hair concerns. Looks like one of those guys are coming out. Okay. These may be just a little too small. I highly recommend if you have any clips on hand or just bobby pins. I've been bobby pinning them and they've been working actually better. So you don't need any fancy clips or anything like that. You just need something to clip that hair. Oh no. I'll let that guy kind of hang out. It's one of the older pieces anyways. And so, oh wait, we're going this way. Sorry, I was going into my own natural element there, going into my typical curl. I usually curl away from the face, so it's just something I get used to. All right, turning off the hair iron. So we're done with that. Okay, so now that we're like allowing those top pieces to set, let's go ahead and just start removing some of the back pieces. And they're going to have just kind of an intense ringlet type of look. Be really gentle when you're pulling out those clips, not to cause any damage. When you're, there's a lot of breakage that can occur with styling. So just try to eliminate that because the breakage can actually really have an effect on the overall length of our hair, especially if we're getting enough of it. If you're coloring your hair, you need to be using a keratin type of infused treatment that's really just going to help restore the proteins of the hair and really just help make your hair resistant and resilient to future breakage. So pretty. I love the curls. They are gorgeous. I don't like combing them out because I just love how bouncy and defined they are. But for this specific look, it is just so soft and so glamorous that style is just never gone out. Let's see. Okay, this has got a little bit of tangle, so you can watch me as I figure that out. And just be super gentle and patient with your hair. It's worth it in the long haul. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, some of these, if you don't really keep them clean, they can actually kind of get together and the strands of hair kind of clump together. So here I've been now going into my bobby pins. They're a little bit more difficult to find, but they are actually keeping the hair more tight. So I would just recommend if you have bobby pins, go ahead and just use those to clip your hair as well. And then I got this little guy. Yeah. All right, and one more. Yay. Okay. Perfect. So this is like what the look looks like without brushing it through. You can certainly do that. I'm going to just take my wide tooth comb and then I'm just going to kind of, and then next step is to just grab some like these clips, and this is just really going to help keep kind of some of those bends in the hair in strategic places. So on Cara, like all of the curls are all going in the same direction. And so you just kind of like set the curl up how you really want it to look. There we go. My lighting there keeps getting affected. All right, and so as you can tell, we're getting that kind of nice, like, look to that classic Hollywood wave. I just have these two long ones, but you would take the clip here, which is really just going to kind of give that hair that nice structure. And then here, I'll just go ahead and just kind of position those clips where I really want those bends strategically in the hair. And I just had to double up on those because they were not big enough for the whole hair. I'll just do one on the end. Okay, and then this side, the other side was a little bit more defined than this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that section of hair, and then you just kind of clip that. And so as you can tell, I'm kind of going in like an S pattern with these clips. Yeah, it looks a little funny, but here we go. Oh boy. Try to get that in there. Okay. Cute, cute. And then you can either set the look with hairspray, which is what Danielle used, like a shine enhancing hairspray. Oh, close the light. Yeah. I'll give my hair some time to set. So, perfect. All right. Let's see. And then I'll close this one. Is this better? I hope so. Okay. All right. More controlled environment. Thank you for letting me know. So, yay. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, perfect. So, as you can tell here, I've got these like little clips in my hair. These are really just going to help just kind of preserve the curl pattern for the look today. And she may have used, I'm not sure the barrel that she had used, but she did use the Thermal Obsession as kind of that heat styling protection. And then the Chemical Conflict, which is really going to help infuse that strength and also really just help to soothe an over-processed scalp. And especially to a lot of celebrities, we don't really think about this, but celebrities go through just so many different styling every day, just a lot of styling products. So there's a lot of buildup of the products on the hair. So it's really important for them to, use a gentle detoxifying type of treatment that's going to help clarify the hair and just really help to just buffer against like any of that buildup. So really just draw out those impurities, but also just really that strength. They may be going through a lot of different color treatments that really just help keep their hair super fresh and just youthful and vibrant, or they may be just changing their hair color, for a specific, type of movie or, show that they're working on. So they see the hardest part. And then a lot of that styling product can really build up and make your hair super flat and weightless, or weighed down. We need something that's going to be weightless in our hair and really just going to help infuse that like body and hydration and age acceleration. You don't need to be someone who's aging to see a benefit of this. If you have fine and thinning hair, this has got such incredible nutrients and antioxidants that really just help just boost the hydration and shine and softness of the hair. That just really helps to combat hair that might be rebellious and unmanageable, and also just those gray hairs that are just resistant to styling and coloring. Of course, we know all about that. They're so resistant. And then for those of you who may be like having really tangled hair, your hair's super fine, you may live in an environment with like a lot of hard water, that can just have some serious detriment to making the hair super stiff and prone to breakage. So this I love as a detangler, especially too, since I'm not using silicones in my routine. There's no coating. My hair can get super tangly as a result, and I use that as a detangler. I used that last night in my hair. It was so amazing. I actually diluted it with a little bit of water and actually put it in a spray bottle. I mixed the two. I just kind of slowly built in the water, just kind of whisk it together until it just blends seamlessly. And then I put it into a water bottle, and I'll spray it into my hair. So pro tip. And then this is a great shine enhancing type of treatment as well. It's going to really help fortify the hair and scalp with nourishment, but also really just help increase that beautiful luster and shine. And of course, we used our Thermal Obsession, that's our heat protectant, and also our styling preserver. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start taking out some of the clips of the hair, just to really kind of help set it. You can keep it in however long you want. Say, for instance, you're going to work on your hair first and then your makeup next. Then just go ahead and set that, and just the longer it is in, the better. So since I only had these in for just a little bit, they're not going to really have as much defined definition. I also did take larger sections of hair just for really the sake of time and today's stream. But as you can tell, it's already really starting to get that nice, beautiful wave pattern. And you're really going to see that when you're curling your hair all in like one direction. So as you can tell here, you can kind of put a little barrette here for that nice classic Hollywood glamorous look. Also, it's just super important to maybe use a dense comb like so to help just kind of keep everybody in shape. As you can tell, my hair has been kind of resistant to the style, but it does have kind of that nice shape to it. And so it's just super important to just kind of wave it out and not comb it out. But as you can tell, it is just so pretty. I don't have any coating in my hair whatsoever. So weightless. We're going to finish this off here with pollution salt. Use just a drop of this product. It has got such an amazing texture to it. It's like a sea foam. As you can tell here, it's got this really pretty blue. These are all earth harvested materials for the color. We're a clean beauty brand with less than 1% synthetic fragrance. I'm just going to take a little bit of water just to make the product just spread even farther. It's just going to be diluted. So I don't use more than my hair really needs to help keep my hair super weightless, have incredible nice movement and soft and silky appearance. All right. So that concludes this tutorial on live stream. I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of comb it through a little bit more. So if we were to leave those combs or clips in a little bit more, we'd have some nice great bends in these two parts of the hair. So I'm actually going to just kind of leave these in. If you feel like you need a little bit more time. Thank you. So fresh and healthy. Thanks to Save Me From. I cannot take credit for this gorgeous healthy hair that Save Me From has created for myself. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of let those kind of sit together so that way I'm able to just really keep, and you might have better luck actually if you section them. These are actually larger clips. So I'll do that right now. But yeah, her stylist is incredible. She is she just works with some of the just top A-list celebrities, including Victoria's Secret models. I mean, it is just unreal, the talent of her hairstylist. And she is a constant client of Danielle Priano, who is the stylist behind this incredible look for the American Music Awards for Cara's presentation 2020. All right. All righty. So I'm going to end the stream here. I will post a pic on our Instagram. So definitely follow us there at savemefrom.usa on Instagram. And definitely reach out if you have any questions at all. Comment on this video if you have any questions about really what hair concerns you have and which products are going to be best for you. And I'm really excited to just help you and partner with you on just repairing your hair and beginning your hair transformation journey, because you deserve healthy hair and lustrous hair that makes you feel so beautiful inside and out. So thank you so much to everyone who tuned in on this stream, and I'll see you on the next one. By the way, we're going live on Facebook, so check us out at Facebook as well. We go live every single Friday, so tune in or subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video if you found this helpful. Thank you so much. Nice.